That was a fast cameo from John.
This much time has passed, nothing has changed. We're all the same. It's fucking amazing.
I love
I
it.
was worried. I was worried that this was going to feel like a reunion of old classmates, but it's actually cellmates, so it's far better.
Hello, Sean. How are you?
None of these bastards trusted you in the film until you blew on the horn of Gondor to prove yourself. Did this fellowship of people actually, like, were they welcoming to you, or did they create like a distance as they were in character?
As people, I don't think.
No, as gases.
Yeah, I think
He wants a cup of tea and a biscuit, is what Sean wants.
Oh, Sean.
Give him a cup of tea and a digestive. I love it.
The first time Elijah and I met Sean was we were down in Queenstown, and there was a big flood, and they were building sets on the squash court to try and find some way to
Oh, no.
As soon as somebody gets remotely boring, it just freezes. So,
the point is, we were playing a video game, and Sean Bean's character was 006, and I shot 006 in the head on screen with a perfectly photoreal likeness of Sean, and then Sean walked right by afterwards.
the best story about, I'll try and do it quickly. The best story about that flood was that everyone was driving from the top of the South Island to the bottom to shoot, and some people were flying and some people were driving. And Orlando and Sean Bean were in a car with Bridget Burke, our production coordinator, and we were checking in with them to see whereabouts they were. It's a very remote part of the country, very, very remote. But what happened is that the car that Orlando and Sean were in, they were driving over a mountain, and they come around a corner, and there's been a huge slip. The hillside's fallen down because it was torrential storm. They had to turn around to head back and do this long detour. They go around the next corner, and the landslide was in front of them then. So there'd been a landslide behind them while they were looking. And so they were now stuck between two landslides in the remotest part of New Zealand by themselves. There's an old lady living by herself in the house. So she invites them in for a cup of tea, and they end up staying with her for about three days. Is that right?
It was sort of like that. It was sort of like that, Pete. What happened was we got to a gas station. They said, well, we were stuck between the two road slides, and they said, well, we've got some lodgers accommodation, like backpackers accommodation. And the first thing Sean got was, oh, no, we got money, we can pay. So we had this one room, and I remember Sean had the bedroom. I slept on a couch with Bridget in the same room. And then the whole crazy thing about this story, though, for Sean, is that he hates to fly. Like, literally, we had to take a helicopter to get to work. And I remember sitting next to Sean